Hey, Matt Mathersum here with Matt Madness. Thank you so much for joining us and being a part of the program. Me and my wife, my long-suffering wife, she's actually changed her name to long-suffering wife legally. We really do appreciate it. Well, today we're going to be dealing with taking the derivative of a trig function. Now, is this an inner or an outer trig function? Well, if you're not familiar with this kind of setup, it can be a tad bit deceiving. So let's just go ahead and undeceive it. We've got sine cubed of x, don't we? Well, we know that any trig function being squared, cubed, raised to whatever it is, we know that it ends up being a composite function, doesn't it? And let me see if we know what that means, if we're not familiar with a composite function. We're going to be taking the sine x, putting this whole thing in parentheses, and we're going to be cubing it. Does this look a little bit more like what we're familiar with when we talk about composite functions? Probably does. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and solve this, where we will be taking the derivative of this, so you know what we're going to be doing, right? Yep, the chain rule is going to be coming into handy in about 3, 2. Let's just go ahead and get to it. Let's go ahead and set up our dy over dx, and that's going to be taking the derivative of the outer function, which is our 3. Well, let's see if I can make that 3 any worse. All right, here we go. Try that again. There, that's better. We've got our 3. We know we're going to keep this the same here, don't we? We've got our sine, but I got to put back in our square, don't I? And I actually don't need these parentheses anymore either because I've taken this. All right, there we go. Now we've got our sine squared x. And taking what? Well, we got to take the derivative of the inner function, don't we? So let's just go ahead and multiply that by, that's going to be cosine, isn't it? Well, what's left now? No, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, what we have here is 3 sine squared of x multiplied by cosine. Well, that's all the time we have for here on Math Madness. I'm your host, Matt Mathersum. Thank you so much for joining us.